Okay, hello everybody and welcome to the video. I'm Sophia.
I'm Carla.
And today we are going to be finding out how the holidays are going to go for you singles. So there are 3 piles on the table for you to choose from. From left to right, pile number 1 is a citrine crystal, pile number 2 is an amethyst, and pile number 3 is a quartz point. Take a moment to meditate on the crystal or the deck and choose whichever one you feel most drawn to. And then we will see you at the deck that you choose. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 1, the citrine crystal, I'd just like to take a moment to remind you that there are 2 readers in this reading, and both Carla and I, we go over the cards beforehand individually so that we can each get our own thoughts and interpretations of the cards and what they mean. So I'm going to start today. And the first card you got is Love Endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Is that right? Yeah. And then the Owl card. Follow your intuition. And then Judgment. So I think that maybe these holidays... So the first message I'm really getting is that don't be so hard on yourself. If you had expected to be in a relationship by now during the holidays, or if that's something you really wanted and it just hasn't happened yet, don't blame yourself. I'm getting that, if you're really being harsh on yourself and maybe your self-esteem is kind of taking a hit, don't, I don't want to keep saying don't, but try to build yourself up this season. Work on really loving yourself and really giving attention to yourself. I'm getting the feeling that you need to really put that emphasis on self-love right now. That if you're if you're kicking yourself down and kind of being like, oh, I'm not enough of this, or I haven't done this yet, so I don't deserve love. That's not true. You do deserve love. You do deserve all of this, and you will find it when the time is right. But right now, you really need to focus on yourself and what's going on, with you. Just take it easy and really care for yourself during this time. You will find love again. You will find, that love you've always been dreaming of. It's just, right now, this time is about you.
Totally agree. Now remember, we both separate places and do our own readings, and I know it's hard to believe because we're both picking up on the same things. I just see with the holidays with you that you've been working on yourself in the last year or so, and this holiday is going to be okay for you if you just deal with the change of it all this year. It's not going to be like the same of the past years. And I think if you just continue on the path that you are, everything is going to come into play. You're not going to be alone. Everything is I don't want to say out of reach. It's just comes in at a slower pace than what you want. Mm-hmm. And I just see you need to just continue working at yourself. You're in a good place. Don't let the holidays drag you back to where you were. But I see you having a good time if you just let go and enjoy it. I see all the hard work that you put in yourself is going to come into play now if you just let it. You need to trust in your belief system. You need to trust in yourself. And you have a great group of friends, people that you're connected to, and just enjoy. Take the time. And don't feel that you're like the outsider looking in, because you're not. Mm-hmm. People want to be around you. People enjoy being around you. And I think you have to accept that. And it's, it's always hard when you're single and you're surrounded with people that have relationships. And you're always thinking, oh, I'm the third wheel, or oh, they don't need me. No, you are the partier. You're the one that's going to bring that party up to a different level with your, how should I say, the brightness that you have inside you and the joy that you have inside you. I just feel if you just let it go, not get hooked on the holidays, it's just a good time to be around people and have a good time.
Mm-hmm. So on that note, we also pulled another card for you from the Essential Oils Oracle deck. I will show that on screen in a second. It comes with a trigger statement and a true statement and then advice. Your trigger statement is, I am so worried. And your true statement is, I have the solution. Slowing down and listening to your inner voice will provide you with direction and purpose. That's the card right there. And I feel like it ties in pretty nicely that, this is about you. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to what you want. And, do it. This is time for you to have fun and be yourself and embrace life.
Definitely take the time to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit there on your couch and think, oh, there's nothing to do. There's things to do. Just shut the little voice off in your head and jump. Take that leap of faith. It's going to be worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't beat yourself up right now. There's no time for self-pity or self-hate or anything. You got shit to do. You got places to be. You've got friends to meet. You've got, things to do. Don't hold yourself back in this time. So if any of that resonated, we would really appreciate hearing in the comments, or, you could leave a like on the video. We'll be making more videos like this in the future, and we'd really appreciate it if you stuck around then. So hopefully we'll see you in the future.
Have a good holiday.
Okay, hello and welcome to those of you who chose pile number 2. So before I get into a quick description of the cards that you chose, I'd just like to remind you that both Carla and I read these separately. We interpret them on our own. And so this way you can get, the full effect of having 2 readings rather than just one. So the cards you've chosen today are Focus on Love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Illusion. Embrace the truth. And the Page of Wands.
Okay. I see that you've been on a path and you have taken a leap into yourself and knowing who you truly are. And I know it has not been an easy year. And being single and the holidays and everything that you have strived for, you've made the right step going in the direction you're going in with your own personal space, being happy and knowing who you are and not letting somebody else dictate who you should be, who you should love, or how you should live your life. And I feel that if you just take a minute and look at everything that you have gone through in the past year, if you look into yourself, you're proud, you're happy, you know you've made the right decision. And if you just go on living and doing what you're doing through the holidays, I see the holidays being a very loving place, because you're going to surround yourself with people that you need to be around. And I know there's anxiety with it, but I don't see it being a hindrance. I see that you're coming into your own, and things are going to open up in the new year for you. And I just feel that there's so much love out there for you, and so much support out there for you that this holiday is not going to be what you thought it was going to be. It's going to be better than what you thought it could ever be. Just because of your support team that you have around you. And I just truly feel that this year is your year. This is going to be like a new beginning, a new venture with the holidays.
I'm in total agreement. I think we're on very similar pages, if not the same page here. I think that, I agree. This year, the holidays are going to be a time for you to really express your creativity and, put your best foot forward. I think that you're going to have a lot of opportunities for yourself coming up. I think you're going to be able to shine in like new ways that maybe you haven't before. It's pretty obvious that you've been putting in a lot of work into you and your wants and desires and, yourself as a person over this past year. And I think that it's really going to show during the holidays coming up that, people are going to really see you for who you are and not just how you want to appear. But, like in a good way.
Yep.
You're going to have a lot of support from like family and friends and whoever during this time. And I think you're going to have a really fun holiday.
Yes, I totally agree. I think this holiday is going to be one of those that you remember in a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that happen in life that you go back and you remember.
They just stick out so clearly. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's going to be like that. I actually think that you might be maybe traveling with a friend around the holidays. Like, maybe it'll just be like a little day trip or something, but I think there's going to be a little bit of traveling, and I think it's going to be to do something fun with, people or someone that you love.
Yeah, I think it's like all of a sudden something comes up and an idea that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
I just see that, before you might have sat on the sidelines, but this year you're not going to.
Yeah. We can both see that this is very much about, you're taking hold of life finally. You're finally, grasping onto what you want, and you're saying, I am going to create the reality that I want to live.
Yes, totally agree.
That this is totally your year. The holidays are gonna, the end of this year, it's gonna end with a bang for you.
Yep.
Things are gonna go so well.
And you're going to be very surprised because I know you're thinking right now, man, it ain't happening. They got the wrong person. I picked the wrong deck. But you haven't.
Oh no, it's going to just click at some point. Something's going to happen and it's just going to set off a domino effect. And then you're just going to, you're going to have a lot of fun during the holidays. I see a very good, exciting time coming up. So we also chose a advice card from the Essential Oils Oracle deck. It comes with a trigger statement, a true statement, and then advice. So your trigger statement is I am trapped. Your true statement is I am whole. Allow the parts of yourself you hide to make themselves known. In the light, you will see the wisdom they hold. So I think that the advice here, if you find yourself caught up in that mindset, really take that advice to heart. I think this ties into what we were saying about creating your own reality. That if you feel stuck, change something. Start small if you have to. Take baby steps. You don't have to figure out the meaning of life and what you're going to do all in one night. Take baby steps. Start by saying you're not happy where you are right now. Well, what can you do to make things a little bit better? Like, it could be something as simple as buying like a plant to kind of liven up your space. It could be as simple as, like I said, taking a trip with your friend. Like, do something that makes you happy. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in this mindset of, oh, I'm trapped. There's nothing I can do. I'm not in a good place. Because, you do have power to change that and control where you are going.
Totally agree. Make your world what you want to see in it. Mm-hmm. You've been I just see that you've coming into your own, and you need to, make your space, make what you want you,
Yeah.
and you'll be happy.
Yeah, because, especially if you're trying to attract something into your life like a relationship, remember that like attracts like. So, love attracts love. Love yourself, love those around you, love life, and it'll all come back to you really quickly.
Totally agree.
Yeah, so if any of this resonated, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, or, you could leave a like on the video. We're going to be doing more readings like this in the future, so if you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear them, and we hope to see you then.
Yes, have a good day.
Okay, hello to those of you who chose Pile 3, the Quartz Point. So, before I get into the cards that you've picked, I would like to remind you that there are 2 readers here. Carla and I, we each go over the cards individually, so that you can get the full effect of having 2 readers rather than 1, and we can gather our own thoughts about the spread. So, the cards you have chosen today are: appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. Resilience, rise above tribulations, and the Ace of Wands. So, what I'm picking up from this, generally speaking, is I feel like this holiday, nobody's going to be able to stop you. You are just going to be a force to be reckoned with in like an amazing way. That whatever challenges come up, you are just going to breeze right through them. You're going to blow right through them. You are going to be able to, there's no roadblock that will be able to stop you. I think that you're probably going to kind of like discover something new about yourself. Like, I have a feeling that some of you right now who are listening to this are probably like, well, that doesn't really sound like me. Like, well, I don't like dealing with conflict. But I feel like some of you are going to really surprise yourself by kind of rising up to the challenge, and you're going to just take control, and you're going to discover that, hey, I'm actually pretty good at this. Like, I'm pretty good at multitasking and, managing and making things work. I think you're going to really, if you've been struggling creatively, I think if you've been struggling creatively, you're going to finally get that spark of inspiration that you've been missing for a while. I think that you're going to really be more bold and kind of daring than you've been maybe the last few months. I think you're going to be doing a lot of things spontaneously. Like, I feel like very last minute things are going to pop up, and friends or family are going to be like, hey, let's go do this thing. And maybe you're not the kind of person who would usually say yes, but I would advise you to, and I think you're going to, because I have a feeling that, you're just going to have a lot of fun during the holidays. You're going to have a lot of new experiences, and you're going to learn a lot about yourself and the people around you, and it's just going to be like a really fun time.
Okay, so I'm getting that you're going to have a great holiday season. You love to have fun. And when I mean you love to have fun, you love to have fun. And some people think you go a little bit overboard at times. And I think this holiday season, you need to, just calm down a little. Now, what I mean by that is, you're the one that you're at a holiday party with friends, and you're already talking about the next holiday event that's coming up that you guys are going to go do. You're always trying to get one ahead. All right, I get that you need to talk to people to plan things out, because you're a type of person that wants to plan things out, have a plan, make it happen, and everybody be on board. Because you have some friends that, how should I say, they sit on their heels. They don't, you tell them to be there at 1 and they'll show up at 3. And I get that. But the whole thing is, you're not enjoying the moment. You need to enjoy the moment with your friends and enjoy the holiday season. And not be so, you're going to be on that tight list, and this we have to do. I feel you need to start doing that last minute stuff like she was bringing up. And I feel that it could be like somebody calling you up and saying, hey, let's meet for a cup of coffee. And you're normally not going to do that. Doesn't mean you have to have that coffee at night, because if it keeps you up. But you can go have something else. You can have water. You can have whatever. And I just think doing the stuff that is not on your list is going to open doors to other possibilities, bringing different people in your life for the new year. I feel that the holidays are going to be fun. I think you're going to have a good time. It's just you need to be in the moment, enjoy those things. And I think you need to do those little things that are off your list and change things up to bring people into your life that's going to change it. And they're going to be there for the holidays too. So I just, I keep getting, you're a partier. You like to have fun. And sometimes that going out for coffee isn't the thing you think you need to be doing. It's not as crazy or fun as you think. But sometimes those things that you do that are different, out of your realm of things you normally do, can be very surprising and very enjoyable. Don't label things. You need to quit doing that. You need to just change things up. Get out of... you're a fun person, but you need to change things up.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
So we went ahead and pulled another card for you from the Essential Oils Oracle deck. It comes with a trigger statement and a true statement. And then it comes with advice. So the trigger statement is, it is not my fault. And the true statement is, I take full responsibility. Shift into your body and listen. Release the emotions you have been storing and move forward. So I think that ties in pretty nicely. I think it's time to kind of release any fears that you've been having, or any anxieties or doubts. And it's time to, switch things up a bit, be a little spontaneous, be a little, outside of how you usually are in that regards.
Yes, totally agree. You need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to experience life. Even though you experience life to the fullest as of now, there is still more that on your horizon that you can.
Yeah, if any of this resonated, we would really love to hear your feedback in the comments. You could also leave a like on the video if you feel inclined. We'll be doing more readings like this in the future, and we hope to see you there.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.